Wow, look at that. We made it. Hey, only 4 minutes late. Paul Romero, Swissco Global, independent business owner, network marketing training number 73 today. 1 second. Let me get my lights hooked up here. I am obviously running late because, wow. As you guys know, John and I have a real estate business, and we have been onto something huge recently. And yesterday, I got new information, and it threw me into a tailspin since basically 10 o'clock yesterday until still going right now, probably even throughout today. I'm sure I'm probably going to be changing my plan. And I'm sorry to report that I am also going to be changing our plan here today as well too, because I was unable to be properly prepared for moving us into the next level of the Own Your Life Business, Own Your Life Plan book and napkin presentation number 3. So what we're going to do today, basically, we've gone through. Oh, hey, there's John. Good morning. Looks like you're at the office.
Only 5 minutes. Did you start on time? Are we live?
No, I was 4 minutes late getting started. I had to run over to Brian's to drop off that paperwork.
Oh, gotcha.
And I would have been on time, except for I talked myself out of going the right way and went the wrong way.
It looks like we're live.
Yes, we are live. So I was just telling everybody that sorry, but we're changing the plan today because we've been our real estate business has thrown us into a tailspin the past few days because of some new information that we've acquired and just some amazing things that are happening over there, and we're just flat out unprepared to take them into Own Your Life Plan book, chapter 3, unless you are, because I'm not.
No, I'm not.
I didn't think so. So basically where I was going, I was going to just kind of rehash what we've talked about so far, which is, we talked about reading chapter 1 of the book. Very important key factor because it is the basics of network marketing. It's going to give you the general knowledge that you need to be able to talk to people about network marketing, to have some comfort in talking with them about network marketing, because you'll have some facts and figures in your head. You'll have a few things that you can support a conversation with. That's the key factor. So that's going to give you some confidence. It's going to give you the ability to talk to people. Okay? And then we talked about giving you the challenge of finding at least one, if that's all you got, but as many as you can, preferably at least 5, and preferably 10, and more is great. But people that you would love to spend your vacation time with. Okay, that's the key. All right, these are people that you would love to spend your vacation time with. Remember, this is your vacation. You don't want to be inviting people that is going to ruin your vacation, right? So think of people that you would enjoy spending your vacation time with. Make a list of them, because these are the people that you're going to be looking to talk to about your business first off, coming out of the gate here. And we talked about, we went through chapter 2 of the Own Your Life Plan book, which is the napkin presentation of, explaining how easy you only have to work with a very few amount of people. You don't have to go out and sell the world. You just have to work with a very small amount of people. And by doing so, by working very closely with just a handful of people, how exponentially the numbers can explode on you and grow your business and your organization very quickly. So we covered that in chapter 2, and then John and I did an impromptu sort of a couple of people meeting, think, I mean, that really, it was kind of a combination of we were sort of at an event and or slash we were at a sit down where, I had invited John to come out and meet me for a coffee or a beer or whatever the case might be. So it was kind of a combination of both. It wasn't specifically designed to be either one. Just kind of leave it a little bit open-ended, give you a general idea of how a conversation about random anythingness can convert, how you can convert it over to, something that's going to get people interested in, what they know they all want, probably maybe aren't willing to open up about it and talk about it, but when you start bringing it to light, people get more and more willing to do that. And basically what you're doing in these conversations is you're just shining a light on their lack. And the easiest way for you to do that, obviously, is for you yourself. You know these people. Think about them and their situation. Put yourself in their shoes. See life from where they're at right now, and then be able to, look at what's missing. Where are they having struggles? What are they, what in your perception do you see these guys would love to have more of, basically? I mean, because that's what we all want. We want more. We want more better lives. So, put yourself in your shoes and your conversation, and the vacation thing is just one aspect, and that's what I think that's what I'm going to try to go towards here in just a second. But the vacation thing is one aspect because everybody loves to go on vacations. So it's a great little, intro kind of a thing to get the conversation switched over, and you can, you don't even have to be going on this vacation. Just the fact that you're inviting them because you already know that it's too short of a time frame for them to be able to accept. So by doing that, you're exposing their lack of ability to act upon a great opportunity in a short period of time. So that's kind of where that conversation goes. And then from there, once you've exposed that lack, then obviously, you start working towards, like we did in the conversation, we start working towards talking about this great new business that you've started that's allowing you to be able to do this. And right there, they get a little bit sparked up, like, really? I mean, you wouldn't have been able to do this if it wasn't for this business? Can I do this business? Bing, bang, boom, and you're off to the races. So that's where we've kind of gotten to so far. John, why don't you throw in your 2 cents worth here?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you for this opportunity. Well, it's Wednesday, December 10th. The 2 cents I'd like to throw in on today's call, again, is Paul had mentioned in the beginning that with other things that are going on in life, we weren't exactly prepared to talk about Chapter 3. And you know what? I want to relate something to that, and that is correct and continue. Yes, life happens. Things sometimes get in the way. Mistakes could be made. I look at any mistake or a failure as a learning experience. We failed to be prepared today to present you with the information from Chapter 3, but that's okay. And the reason being is, like, this business, for a lot of you getting started, I believe in it, are going to be working full-time jobs somewhere else. And it's going to take you some time to build an organization that you can leave your job and go full-time with Swiss Gold Global. So with that being said, obviously, me and Paul, we have a real estate business we've made mention of throughout these hangouts over the last several months that we've been doing them. And we're very consistent about being here. We're very reachable guys. We're great guys to have in your upline. And, we don't do everything perfect, but the beauty in that is every day, and that's why we talk about mindset, we get closer and closer to perfection, I guess, if you will, because every single day is just an opportunity to get better and better and better at what you're doing. Paul gave a quick recap of the things that we have gone over, and I want to challenge Paul as well as myself to make sure that we get to Chapter 3 on Friday, because we should be on that today. Actually, Paul, the funny thing about it is, it's a very simple chapter. It's about the salesman syndrome.
Yeah.
So we can kind of touch upon that a little bit, I think, here today, because, you know, quite honestly, although we didn't have that time this morning before the hangout to actually talk about and map out exactly what it is that we were going to talk about specifically, like we tend to do before these hangouts, we can probably break into that a little bit about what the chapter is about, intro it a little bit, and then we can break it down in a little bit more detail on Friday. And I don't know if you can tell, but I'm losing my voice. I don't know what the heck is going on. I don't know if that's coming through to you, but it's extremely painful to be talking right now. So chapter 3 is basically about the salesman failure syndrome. And as Paul and I mentioned time in and time out and over again throughout these hangouts about network marketing, is it's more about teaching and training the people that you sponsor into your organization to go out and teach and train and sponsor other people in their organization. And where the salesman tends to fail in this business is that they go out and they get a bunch of sales and they're all about the one-time sale and closing the sale like one time, but that fails to find them their gold ships. That fails the salesman because they're not building a strong organization. They're just making they tend to go out and make a one-time sale, and that's not what network marketing is about. It's about, I'll use Paul and I as an example. I am teaching Paul to train his prospect to find the person they're going to sponsor. So in this business, it's more about the teaching and training and making a commitment to the people in your downline. Like I'm making a commitment to Paul that I'm going to teach Paul how to teach and train Joe to teach Joe how to find Jane. And then the process repeats. And that's the basic gist of Chapter 3. So in a way, Paul, we are prepared because we have read the book. It is our system. We were just, I think, not prepared with the visualization of the actual napkin presentation today, which we will demonstrate on Friday. But I'm going to toss it back over to Paul. Paul, man, why don't you just finish this up and close us out?
Looks like you need a Ricola.
Yeah, right. Ricola. Totally, man.
Well, yeah, exactly. You know, when we talk about not being able to be prepared for Chapter 3, it's you know, to be able to actually, you know, give you a visual presentation of how the napkin presentation, you know, your actual writings of what you're going to be doing, et cetera, and so on, is how that works. So that's what we weren't prepared for, and yeah, we could easily talk about Chapter 3. And you know, when you're building a network marketing organization, you got to consider it similar to, you know, building a skyscraper. And this is kind of where Chapter 3 comes in. If you were to, you know, you've got a big, you know, 1 acre lot, and you're going to build this big 1 acre square skyscraper, you know, 50 stories into the sky, right? Well, you get all the cement trucks in, and you pour a 4-inch slab on the ground, and you start building your skyscraper up. You're not going to make it to 50 stories, and you know the first 15-mile-an-hour wind that comes along is going to blow it right over on its side, and that's what's going to happen. That's kind of what the salesman syndrome is. When you compare to, you know, the whole idea of, and you know, when you're building a skyscraper, the first thing you want to do is you have to dig down. You have to go deep, and you have to build a solid foundation to anchor that thing. You know, the 50 stories that are up in the sky, they got to be anchored to the earth. Well, your organization has to be anchored, and it gets anchored in by going deep, not by going wide like a slab. And that's what the salesman syndrome is basically. Is, you know, hey, sold, boom, next, sold, boom, next, you know, and moving on and just leaving people in the dust after you get them you know, signed up and sold. And that's not network marketing. Like John says, it's teaching and training. It's not sign you up, see you later, good luck, Charlie. It's sign you up, hey, all right, let's get you started. Let me help you. This is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. Not what you're going to do. This is what we're going to do. And you're together working side by side, hand in hand, however you want to put it. And that's how you dig deep and build a foundation. So that's where chapter 3 goes. So sort of getting back to the vacation presentation conversation that we had, I just wanted to expand on that today a little bit and talk about how, you know, that's just one little avenue where a conversation, you know, where you can expose someone's lack and get them interested. You know, once you, like I said, once you expose the lack and express to them how, you know, this new business, this new thing that you've started is what's allowed you to be able to have what they're lacking. That's when you hook the interest. That's the key right there. Okay, you know, just exposing their lack, that's just gonna put somebody in a feeling of, you know, despair and not a good comfortable place, because it's, you know, if you just expose lack, they're just like, oh yeah, you know, my life sucks. So basically, once you've exposed the lack and they get to that point where, yeah, my life kind of sucks, you have to present them with a solution. That's where you get the hook, and that's where, like I say, you can take this conversation to anything. You know, the lack of being able to take a vacation is one thing, and then saying, you know, well, hey, only reason Alex and I are, you know, that's my wife's name, only reason that we're able to go on this vacation at all is because of this new business that we started a few months ago, and we've been doing amazingly well, and we've made a little bit of money, and we know that between now and the next 3 months, we're gonna make at least enough money that's gonna take us on this vacation. They're gonna be like, really? How long have you been doing that? You're gonna be like, I've only just started 2 months ago. And really, and in 3 months, in 5 months, you're going to be able to take a vacation, a 5-day cruise. How can I do this? You know, I mean, they're going to ask you. You don't have to invite them. They're going to ask you if they can do it. That's the thing. Is you want to get the words coming out of their mouth. You know, you want to have this whole thing set up to where, you know, you present the lack and then present the bait, which is what gets them enticed to what it is that you're doing. And so that they automatically build their own excitement within them. You don't have to try to build their excitement. They build it within themselves, and they want to know more. And they start asking you questions about what you're doing, and you can pretty much just start going from there. So that's kind of that's like the key element. You know, you can't just you know, expose somebody's lack of, you know, in the world, because that just puts them in a depressed place. You have to give them the answer as well too, and that's the key. And so, gosh, 8:22 already. Look at that, unbelievable. Started 4 minutes late, so I got 2 minutes to go. So, like I said, you can expose the fact of, you know, hey, somebody's been driving a crappy car for 5 years. You know, you just, the conversation can switch over to, hey, man, I saw you working on the car the other day. What's going wrong with it now? You know, blah, 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 blah. You know, I just put a new transmission in our car, you know, but it's only, you know, it was about to go out too. But, you know, we started this new business a little while back, and we've been making a little bit of money, and, you know, that was able, you know, allowed me to get that tranny fix, you know, or, you know, whatever. Maybe, you know, I heard your you know, the kids, if you got kids with your neighbors or something like that, let's say, and you know, you like your neighbor. A lot of people don't like their neighbors, but you know, your kids play together and whatnot, and you know, you could bring up something like, you know, hey, I heard little Susie the other day said that she wants to learn how to play the piano, but you know, you guys don't have a piano, obviously, and you know, she heard this piano song the other day and she fell in love and she wants to learn how to play the piano. You guys don't have a piano and probably can't afford to give her lessons. You know, we just bought Johnny a guitar because he wants to play guitar, and we're signing him up for some lessons. And you know, I mean, whatever it is, you know, it's like, bring up the fact of what they can't do, expose the fact that you're actually doing it, and then present the reason, the solution that's given you the ability to do that, and you're on your way. That's all there is to it. So, like I said, by putting yourself in the other people's shoes, you can think about what their life is, what they got going on, and like I said, these are people that you kind of know, so you can determine, what is it that you think that they are looking for. And if you don't know, you can bring that up in a conversation. Heck, just come out straight out and ask them, So, so what's going on, man? Are you happy where you're at? You looking for more? What's going on? That's the kind of thing. So that's it. We are out of time. Again, apologize for A, being late, and B, not being prepared for the Chapter 3 presentation. But tomorrow is the open mastermind. We invite anybody to come join us, and let's talk about anything business. Doesn't have to be network marketing. We like network marketing here, but we can talk about anything business. And we'll be back here on Friday, 8 a.m. sharp, on time, with a presentation, ready to go, and we'll knock it out of the park. And John's going to send us out with a prayer because we like his breaking 15-year-old child voice.
You know what? Excited for that mastermind tomorrow. Me and Paul were on it together last week, and I thought it went really great. So we invite more people to join. The more people putting their minds together and masterminding about business, as Paul said, it could be network marketing. We invite people to come talk about real estate. We love real estate. But whatever your business is, let's share some ideas for improvement. And with that being said, let's ask the universe not for more riches, but for more wisdom with which to make better use of the riches given to us at birth through the power to control and direct our own minds to whatever ends we may desire. So with that being said, have a great week. Friday morning, 8 o'clock, Chapter 3, napkin presentation, and tomorrow, mastermind. Thank you. Bye-bye.